I mean, this is true in a lot of things, not even, but this is the one where that if you're in the right industry or the wrong industry, I mean, it's life and death.
Yep. And if you think about where schooling and, really the education over the last 30 years hasn't really offered cryptography, right? There's some specialty
Hmm.
programs places, there's a very slim amount of people graduating every year in the art of cryptography. And that's actually gone way down. The feedback we've gotten from a lot of the universities is that some of them even have zero cryptographic folks in the cryptography. They've all moved to AI, right? And that's
Yeah.
a problem. That's a problem. Cryptography is the Achilles heel of the whole thing. Without getting that right, you have nothing. And so it's amazing to me that they've just pushed the bar as far as they have. But understandably, the government, our government, driving this, including a lot of other governments on the planet and industry 30 years ago, when we created the thing called the internet, had to have some sort of a structure in place so we can make it happen. And so that's what they created. And it was great for those purposes at that point in time. It's just that as it became more generally available, the back doors and the holes and the cracks in it, now we're at the point we are now where really the pendulum hasn't swung at all for progressing anything, but the adversaries and the bad actors, whoever, they've gotten way more sophisticated. And so they're just exploiting that more and more and more and more and more. And that's the challenge. Like we say, there's no one really within an organization today, not that it's the organization's fault, because there's not really expertise out there you can hire to bring in to do this type of stuff. And it's the thing that no one wants to talk about because they don't want to admit that they don't have good security today. Straight up. I mean, they can admit it. I mean, and everybody knows it. I mean, it's obvious, but they still won't talk about it, But that's the reality of the world we live in, including all the way up to our three-letter agencies, is they're all stuck with in that model, right? And that's what we're going to see. So when I see post-quantum coming, that model is going to shift dramatically. But PQC is only focusing on that algorithm level, where it should be looking across the whole stack and how you start to control the main issues that are occurring, which that's one layer. But we talk about the authenticity is another layer, the performance is another layer. Like all these things go hand in hand if you need something that's going to apply for everybody. And so that's the beauty of what we have. It can go everything from critical infrastructure and legacy stuff all the way to an individual sitting at home that just wants to protect the stuff they have up on their web-based storage, whatever flavor they're using.